So I'm very glad to have the chance to be with each of you and talk a little politics. I am honored to be in the room of New York fighters. And I have to say that may be redundant. I think it is in the blood of New Yorkers to stand up and fight. And I will confess that's a sentiment we Texans can understand. I know all of us are wondering, what is the direction for the country? We're concerned about the path we're on. We're concerned about the drubbing Republicans took in November 2012. What's the path for us to go forward? I want to suggest two things that I think should be the core path. Number one, that every one of us should work every single day to restore economic growth. And number two, that every one of us should at the same time work every single day to champion opportunity. Let's talk about them one at a time. Economic growth. My top priority in office is working to try to bring economic growth back. You know, the last 4 years, our economy has grown 0.9% a year. There's only one other period since World War II of 4 consecutive years of less than 1% growth. That was 1979 to 1982. Coming out of the Jimmy Carter administration, it was the same failed economic policies: out of control spending, out of control debt, out of control taxes, and out of control regulation. And it produced the exact same economic stagnation. Economic growth is the predicate for addressing every other challenge we have. If you want to turn around unemployment and the 23 million people who are struggling to find jobs, we got to have growth. If you want to turn around our unsustainable national debt, you've got to have growth. If you want to maintain the strongest military in the world to protect our national security, you've got to have growth. I got to tell you, I think growth should be a bipartisan agenda. Republicans and Democrats should be able to work arm in arm to get our economy growing again and to keep our nation strong. So how do you restore growth? 3 simple steps. Number one, working very, very hard to restrain and to rein in out-of-control spending and our unsustainable. You know, back last fall, I had the privilege of speaking at the Republican National Convention down in Tampa. And I talked about the national debt. I talked about our $2. When I got back to the hotel room about 1:30 in the morning, and I pulled out my iPhone and began looking at Twitter, and it turned out Paula Poundstone, the comedian, was watching the convention that night. I guess she didn't have anything better to do. And she sent a tweet. Her tweet said, Ted Cruz just said when his daughter was born, the national debt was $10 trillion. Now it's $16 trillion. What the heck did she do?